So, with Tron Ares releasing recently and me wanting to watch it this month, I watched Tron Legacy fully for the first time. It's pretty good. I then decided to check out this game here as it was on PS Plus Extra, even if it did look like a mobile game being sold for £12. But hey, is this game just shovelware trash, a mobile game thrown to console, or actually worth a damn? The only way to find out is by diving deep into the controller and playing Tron Run /R. You know, it's funny how people are waiting for my reviews on Pac-Man World Repack 2 and then also finding Frankie, and then I'm just covering this instead. First things first, this is clearly meant to be a mobile game, from the simple yet fun and satisfying auto-runner gameplay to the microtransactions to the visuals. It's even got a DLC pack with its own trophies for some reason. It was clearly just a cash cow to milk in money from a franchise people like. And it wasn't even released on mobile to begin with, what? Yeah, for some reason this only released on PlayStation, Xbox and Steam. Oh, this is something for the gamers. It clearly has a whole other market it was needed for and built around, but it just wasn't there. It wouldn't be the most surprising thing about that system. Well, Wii U port or not, this is a console and PC release, so I'm gonna treat it like one. So this game actually has 3 modes to it: disc missions, light cycle racing, and an infinite runner mode. The best way for me to cover this will be talking about each one in order, so let's do that. First is the disc missions. You'd think this would be like, you know, PvP combat arenas like in the Tron franchise? Well, no. What we got instead was unfortunately not at all combat oriented. I mean, it's still a really fun runner mode where you have to get to the end to escape, but I just wish we got a combat mode alongside this if this just had to be in the game. One thing I am going to mention about this mode quickly is it's got the neon futuristic thing down, but oh my god, the colour usage here is awful. I mean, the menu screen was fine colour-wise. Anyways, this mode, there's just way too much colour in the environment. The heavy black with thin yet fair usage of light blue, that was phenomenal in Tron Legacy, for example. And here, it just doesn't have that simplicity to it. There's just all sorts of colours all over the place, and it doesn't look anywhere near as good. The only guess I can make as to why this was is, did they do it so every type of thing was a different colour to help players react to things quicker? Because if so, like, I guess that's okay, but I'm still gonna bitch because it frustrates me and it's not accurate to the source material. In these levels as well, you also have a disc, and as you can imagine, you can use it to damage objects, specific obstacles, enemies, or activate platforms. It's actually pretty cool that they found a way to use the disc still, even if, you know, it's not a freaking PvP mode, which it should have been like in the movie. I do like the idea of auto-runner levels with endings where you have to escape the grid, and using the disc as a weapon is a cool idea. It's executed really well too, and it is a ton of fun. It's just like, why is this a game that was made for console and not mobile? I guess the only way we can find out is by playing the other modes. Okay, so these light cycle races aren't traditional races per se, as much as they are a race against the clock. They're timed challenges where you need to get to the end, but your time can run low very quickly and you need to constantly refill it by going through certain gates. We've seen this whole rush against the clock idea done before with stuff like Super Mario 3D Land or DreamWorks All-Star Racing, but here it's pretty solid still, regardless of the fact that it has been done better. Now, who am I kidding? This does it better than DreamWorks. I also like that, like Tron, there is an enemy team who do try to screw you over and can attack you. You can even attack them back with the square button. It's kinda like Bully, where you could kick other kids off of their bikes. And the visuals get even worse. It looks even less like Tron now. How do you do that? It just feels like a generic video game world. To be a bit more positive, it's insanely fun and it can get really tense fast, and it's a much more difficult experience than the previous mode. So yeah, I prefer the first mode, but this is still pretty good. This is pretty fun. Let's look at the last one now. This mode is a generic infinite auto runner that combines both of the previous modes together, and it kind of feels awful. It's just like, oh, you're doing your regular running, and then there's just an empty area so you can get on your bike and do the bike section. And it just doesn't feel fun. It feels very disconnected. And on top of that, I noticed that the layouts of this infinite area to run across, it does copy certain aspects in terms of the level design when you replay it over and over. Like, I literally had the exact same areas despite this being an infinite auto runner, so I'd know exactly how to get through, when the whole point of these games is that it's always random with an auto runner and you don't know what's coming up. I genuinely think the most interesting thing I can say here is, hey look, I used the classic Tron skin from the old movie. That's literally it, because this mode is not interesting, it's nowhere near as fun. I mean, I guess it's mildly fun at best when you get good at it, but it's just not that good. And when you have these other two modes here, it's kind of worthless. I also got some sort of error message when I died about not being able to connect to a server. Why, is it like one of those revive things in other auto-runner games? Seriously, why wasn't this a mobile game? Tron Run /R as a whole is just such a weird enigma of an experience, and its existence as well. I still don't understand it. Like, it was clearly made for mobile, but they put it on console. But then on top of that, how is it still not only on the PlayStation Store after like a decade, but why is it on PlayStation Plus Extra? I mean, Sony literally has to handpick these games themselves. So why, of all games, is this here? Especially when there's another Tron game that could fit here better, Tron Catalyst. I mean, but then again, there's literally a mobile puzzle game based off of Frozen on the PlayStation Store and Marvel Puzzle Quest, so I shouldn't be that surprised. But it's still weird as hell. The game is still fun, it's just kind of weird that it exists in this way. I mean, it's still a fun game, and if you have PlayStation Plus Extra and you want to watch Tron Tron Ares, you may as well play this for a few hours, have some fun with it. But overall, it's really not worth the price of £12. I could buy 4 Dead by Daylight Survivors with that price. But hey, if you're in that niche specific audience I just said, then I recommend picking up a controller and playing Tron Run /R. But yeah, don't buy it, it's not worth the money, it really isn't. Just play Jetpack Joyride or Subway Surfers or Temple Run, you'll be fine, you don't need this one.